Hi there, welcome back. The topic for our speaking today is related to environmental issues. So maybe just stay with me for some minutes to get a better preparation before the actual test. Just get started if you are ready for it. Do you think pollution is a big problem in your country? Well, I do think so. As you see, pollution has become a significant issue in my country, particularly in some big cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, where industrial activities and traffic congestion are intense. Air pollution is especially alarming, with smog frequently blanketing cities, while water sources are often contaminated due to poor waste management. It's a problem that requires immediate and sustained action. What do you do to help the environment? Well, I'm trying my best to put more effort in reducing my environmental footprint. I avoid using single-use plastics items like bags, straws, and bottles, as well as use more reusable items and recycle diligently. I also try to conserve energy by switching off some unused appliances before I leave home and using more public transports. I know the actions are pretty small, but I believe they will lead to a more sustainable lifestyle. Have you ever participated in any environmental campaigns? Yes, I have. I used to volunteer in a few local cleanup days, which were then organized by the local community. I remember one memorable experience at that time was tree planting campaign in a deforested area which wasn't that far from my hometown. It was both fulfilling and eye-opening experience for me, as it helped me understand the importance of protecting the environment and the tangible impact community action can have on our surroundings. Now, let's move to our speaking part 2. Describe an environmental problem in your area. Here, you should say what it is, what causes it, and how it affects people. Also explain what you think can be done about it. You have 1 minute to take note if you wish. Well, air pollution has become a big concern in my area, especially in the city center. Over the last few years, the air quality has deteriorated considerably, and on certain days, a visible layer of smoke hangs over the skyline. The primary cause of this problem is vehicle emissions. Our roads are often clogged with traffic, and many of the cars and motorbikes in use are outdated and lack proper emission controls. In addition, there's a growing number of construction projects that generate dust and release fine particulate matter into the air. This issue significantly affects the health and well-being of the local residents. People with respiratory conditions like asthma or allergies find it especially hard to cope, and there's been an increase in reported cases of chronic bronchitis. Beyond health concerns, it also impacts the overall quality of life. Outdoor activities have become less enjoyable, and some people even wear masks daily to just breathe comfortably. For these problems, I believe a multi-pronged approach is necessary. First, the government should invest in a more efficient public transport system to reduce reliance on private vehicles. Stricter regulations on vehicle emissions and construction dust control are also essential. Furthermore, creating more green spaces and planting trees can help absorb pollutants and improve air quality over time. Here is our speaking part 3. What do you think is the most serious environmental problem today? In my point of view, climate change stands out as the most critical environmental issue that we face globally. Its far-reaching consequences such as rising sea levels, increased frequencies of natural disasters, and shifting weather patterns affect every corner of the planet. What makes it particularly dangerous is that it exacerbates other environmental issues like deforestation, water scarcity, and loss of biodiversity. It's a complex, multifaceted crisis that demands both local and global cooperation. Do you think individuals can really make a difference when it comes to protecting the environment? Well, definitely. While it may seem that individual actions are insignificant in the grand scheme of things, collective behaviors price major change. If individuals adopt sustainable habits like reducing waste, conserving energy, and supporting eco-friendly businesses, the cumulative impact can be profound. Moreover, individuals often influence others through their actions, creating a ripple effect that spreads environmental awareness and responsibility. How can governments encourage people to be more environmentally responsible? Well, we definitely can't deny the fact that the governments play key roles in shaping public behaviors through both legislation and education. They can implement policies that incentivize green practices, for example, tax breaks for renewable energy users or subsidies for electric vehicles. Equally important is public education, launching awareness campaigns, integrating environmental topics into school curriculum, and making sustainable choices more accessible to the average citizen. When combined, these efforts can effectively shift public attitudes and habits towards more environmentally conscious living.
If you learned something today, great. If not, just say you took after someone else. This is Tara, disappearing like your grammar notes.